The beauty, I think, of what Cybermindz is doing for the cybersecurity industry is at the least just starting to talk and say, this is a problem. This is a problem that we deal with as a cybersecurity industry. There is burnout, there is stress, there is trauma.
What this innovation is, if we are bringing anything new here, it's this first ever application of the iRest protocol into cybersecurity anywhere.
I wake up with a call. My friend called me and said, like, we got a war, full scale, the whole territory of Ukraine, explosions, rockets, tanks. First few hours, then first few days, it was a nightmare.
You just have no idea what these people are going through. We cannot possibly empathize or sympathize with what they're going through as hard as we try.
We need to continue working because that's how we support our colleagues. That's how we will continue paying salaries. The people will get resources to buy supplies, to get their families to safer places. They were reporting within months, like thousands, dozens of thousands. Within the first 6 months, it seems to me it was 300,000 cyber attacks.
I wouldn't want to be the guys that are doing the job in Ukraine, but I'm super pleased that they're able to be here and admit that they have to have help on a mental level as well as a technological level.
I lost employees quitting because of some of the issues we had to deal with.
You know, everybody that we hire for a fit for a role, right? And that's fine. But we've never had to hire for mental tenacity and adaptability ever.
Cybersecurity professionals on the one metric that is predicting resignation intent is outpolling even those people that were on the front line during COVID. The stigma is something that we can put behind us now because this is really an issue that is with us. It's something that we can't deny any longer, and it's something we really got to come to terms with. What does actual help on the ground look like? What does the intervention look like that will bring people back from the edge of burnout, back into connection with that sense of mission and purpose?
In 2004, I had a lovely call from Walter Reed Army Medical Center because they were going through what now I think the cyber industry is going to start to see, which is with the input of so many people coming with PTSD from the war fronts, from Iraq, from Afghanistan, and other war fronts. They were getting overwhelmed, and they didn't have the skill sets to be able to really help them heal with the PTSD, so they were open to exploring any kind of protocol. Really, I developed the protocol to help a sense of inspiring a deep sense of well-being in the people who are going through it. It's a 10-step protocol. It's built into it. As a psychologist, I built into it a lot of different methodologies that we see are helpful for helping people in stress.
The work that Richard Miller is doing is what every single human on this planet, in my humble opinion, needs. It's science-based. It's changing it's changing your brain so that you can show up in any circumstance, whether it's at work or it's at home, and have a different response to your circumstances.
When they're starting to feel stress, they're not having to think about what do they do to navigate the stress. Those aspects that they've been learning in the protocol are kicking in spontaneously right in the midst of whatever activity they're involved in.
What I found very illuminating is how we're starting to see more and more cross-discipline thinking. It's basically some of the things I have done in restorative yoga brought into cybersecurity. Wow, that is quite the mashup.
It is critical for our national security, for all of our well-being, that we start embracing these types of neuroscience-based tools that completely work.
I'm excited to see people are doing it. I told my wife a couple days ago when I was looking at sessions, I pointed to it on the list and said, oh, that's the most important one I'll go to.
What would cybersecurity be like in 12 months from now if we could run our teams through these programs and regain within them a sense of purpose and of control, inner locus of control that Richard talks about, so that no matter what's going down, external to them. And this is something that it's not going to be quick to change the cyber landscape, but what we can at least do is change our relationship with how we respond to the environment that we're working in within. In that way, we hope we can keep them happy, engaged, committed, and really staying in the roles that we need them to do. So thank you. With that, I'll formally announce Cybermindz.org's official entry into the United States.